Welcome back to the channel. My name is A-Bomb. We are back with Football Manager 2019 and Eastern Resurgence with Berliner FC Dynamo. And today it's Werder Bremen again. We played them at the start of the season. We've got them here again today. It's our last match before our winter break, so I always like to leave them here just to see where we are. We are at the halfway point of the season. Again, we're doing okay. We're not doing fantastically, but we're not playing really badly. So last episode against Dortmund, we did get an early goal, but we ended up with a 3-1 defeat, and they're sending off as well. Akenshot getting a red card on 77 minutes. But I was okay with how we played. Like, for the most part, we had some poor ratings out there. Janssen just didn't do much, and the midfield could have been better. But yeah, we weren't terrible. We weren't as bad as we have been. 4 matches played off screen, and I thought we were actually really good, and we got some great results actually against Bayern. We held our own. We got a couple of goals. We almost got out with a point. We were very close. We went behind though. 28 minutes. Kai Havertz scored to give Bayern a first half lead, and they were at 1-0 at half time. It didn't take long for the second half though for us to respond. Bernard Strubel scored on 51 minutes to equalise, and yeah, we got it to 1-1, but then almost immediately Bayern regained the lead, Havertz scoring again 54 minutes. Bayern then took a 3-1 lead on 74 minutes. Johan Eggestein scored, and it was 3-1 Bayern. But we, late on, really went for it. Went really attacking and tried to go like as quickly as we could and go direct. And we got it to 3-2. Andreev scored to get that second goal for us, 82 minutes. And we did have the ball in the net after that as well, but unfortunately it was disallowed due to a foul, so we couldn't get that equaliser. But a 3-2 defeat against Bayern, I don't see anything bad about that at all. Again, some poor ratings out there. Defending was not good in this one, especially out wide. Sakai and Aguilar not doing too good at fullback. But then we did record a win at long last, and it was against 1860 Munich away from home. 1860 in the relegation zone at this point, and we managed to get 3 points away from home as well, an away win. After a couple of really poor games, Janssen did score in this one, 21 minutes, giving us a 1-0 lead. The home side did equalise late in the first half. Georgios Spanoudakis, who scored a number of goals against us throughout this series, got it to 1-1 late in the first half. But after an hour, we managed to get back in front, and it was Akenshot, who's been the form player at the moment. Kevin Akenshot, really good on that right flank, and he scored on 61 minutes to put us back in front, 2-1. And yeah, we managed to grind out the result and go defensive late on, and did really well. 11 shots on target for our opponent. Mark Curie was very good in goal. Baton, good as well, some key passes. He's looking like a good player and definitely got a future with us. Very satisfied with this performance. We defended well. We were good in all areas of the pitch, better than they were. So that's why we got the win. Only 4 shots on target, but we managed to beat them. Then we got a home draw against Wolfsburg. There haven't been a lot of draws this season. I think maybe this is our 3rd draw of the season, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, there hasn't been a lot. We managed to get a point here though. And again, pretty satisfied with that. Some good ratings out there. Wolfsburg, a good team. I think they're sort of about the same place as us, around mid-table. So I'm not too disappointed with this. Wolfsburg took a early lead. Everton scored on 11 minutes. I mean, they've got a whole English club playing for them, which doesn't seem fair. But no, it's a W, not a V. So I don't know if it's Overton or Everton. But he got the goal to make it 1-0. We equalised in the first half. Daniel Mullering with, I think, his 4th or 5th goal of the season. Looking like a decent loan signing, this guy. And yeah, he's going to get some more game time around the second half of the season. And he equalised for us. In the second half, we went behind again. Yannick Damsgaard scored for Wolfsburg on 53 minutes. But before the hour, we got it back to 2-2. And it was Martin Tarnat with a goal from open play, which I don't think he's done yet. He's been a very disappointing signing as the young striker. He's got a very good 4-star rating, but he's only 18. He's valued at 4 million. He's already wanted by Schalke and Milan, so we could get some good money for him. We got him for free. So if one of these two guys wants to, pay some money for him, I'm happy to let him go because he's been a poor signing. He's only scored 6 goals in the league in what's now a full season, which isn't enough for a striker, really, is it? So a good draw at home there against Wolfsburg. Because not a lot of draws. I think some of these defeats we've had, we could have turned them into draws, and that would have helped us. But yeah, I'm satisfied with this one. But then we did end with a win. So actually, the last 3 matches we haven't lost. 3-match unbeaten run, which I didn't think we'd be getting. But we beat Mines away from home 1-0. Very close game, but we managed to get the 1-0 win. Same number of shots. We edged it possession-wise. And it was Tim DeMelt with the only goal in 35 minutes. His first goal of the season. Not played as big a part this season, DeMelt, and I think might be on his way out if this is his last year of his contract. Which it isn't actually. He's got a year after this. But as you can see, the abilities sort of dropped a little bit compared to other players in the side. I think central midfield is where we're going to need a bit of improvement in the next sort of couple of transfer windows. So DeMel might not be here much longer. I might look to sell him. But he got the goal here to give us the lead. Very, very good defensive work here. Dramac and Riculi at centre-back. Belskus was very good. Schossler back in goal here after his knee injury. So he has returned and Marcury will now go back to playing in whatever, like the reserves or whatever. So yeah, very, very good performance. A great win. And yeah, like I said, the last 3 matches we haven't suffered defeat. So that's really, really good. And we've got Werder Bremen today, our last match before our winter break. And if we can continue this into that match, we could get a good result here. We beat them 3-2 on the opening day. We were 3-0 up. So hopefully we can do the double over them and try and push up that table. We have risen from 12th to 11th with those results, which isn't too bad. But as you can see, still very, very close in the middle of the table. You've got 4 teams on 26 points and you've got Hertha just ahead of us on 25. Into the game we go. Nothing else to talk about. Nothing's really happened. We have a clean bill of health, which is fantastic news. And yeah, the team's playing very, very well. Kolet's been a bit quiet, so I think we're going to go with Shaban Kerr today. We're going to have him playing a bit deeper though. Back to playing as 2 wingers, Tana and Andreev up top. Demelt and Muller in the form players in midfield at the moment. In the back 4, Belskus, Riculi, Dramac, who's played a little bit and done pretty well. And Kirch is back at right back. He had a bit of an injury. We've gone with Sakai out there and Vitija, the Swiss right back, and they haven't really worked out, so Kircher going to keep his place. And Schlosser's back in goal. Now I think the way that we've got some of these results is looking at some of the ways that these players are being played. So I think we're trying to get more players playing as a support role or an attack role in some games. We're listening to our assistant manager because he's suggesting that we have like some games like 4 players on a support role and 2 or 3 on an attack role. That's what's been suggested. So sometimes we've got Akashot playing as wing attack, sometimes wing support. But again, we are underdogs for this match, but we have played well in the last 3 games. So let's keep it up. And if we can get to this winter break with this 4-match unbeaten run, that would be brilliant news. But let's see if we can do it. And in the first minute here, Kerr's making an attack forwards. And, oh, wow. I don't know why Tarnack didn't get onto that. That could have been 1-0 after less than 30 seconds there, but no one really reacted to that as it sort of just rolled into the 18-yard box. Header forward by Kircher, and Akashot doesn't quite read that, but here's Kraus. And well won by Mullering here, and we are starting this game very well in this first minute. Andreev could go for goal himself. No, it's a corner. It could have laid it off for Tarnack then, but I mean the first minute here we've been inside their area a couple of times. Kerr's corner. And it's gone over everybody, and we've won a free kick. No, we've given away a free kick, sorry. Good starts of the game. Couple of shots for us, and none. They've just had them. Every time I say something like that, it happens. Like I'll say 0 shots for Werder, and they'll have a shot. But we're actually having more shots than our opponent, which very rarely happens at the moment. Looks like we're going to go in a half-time goalless, which isn't too bad. We have been the better team, I think. The possession's about the same, but we have had more shots than them. I think we've just struggled in that final third, though. Like, we can't get those big chances away. We have had a clear-cut chance, which is more than they've had, so satisfied by the first half. Let's see if we can get that all-important goal, though. I've made one little tactical change, which is going for a bit more of a higher tempo. Overlap on the right, trying to get Kircher a bit more involved. That's the only 2 changes I've made. Let's see if we can hold on to this. It's a corner for Bremen. Header just over by Awazem. Going to work the ball into the box as well. See if that helps. Because the cross is not really working out so far. But we're at an hour. Still 0-0. So we're not losing. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Going to make some changes though. Andreev has once again had a quiet game. We're at 68 minutes. So we're going to take him off. And bring on Janssen. And also going to bring off Demelt for Presthofer, just to keep it fresh in midfield because he's getting a bit tired. Throw in a good position here, Kircher with it. And it's headed away. And Kraus now on the ball for Bremen. Goes long. Finds Vlachodimos. And it's Pepe coming into the box now. Goes for goal. Good save, but it's only fallen to Klassen. And Bremen take a 1-0 lead. 72 minutes played. Let's go attacking. Let's go for this. That's disappointing. I think we've been the better team in this game. And it's been a pretty quiet game, but the chances there have gone to us. And that's the first real time Bremen have created something. And it's unlucky as well. Schossler makes a save from the Pepe effort, but it falls straight to the Dutch attacker. So we're going to go route one and just go for it. Distribute quickly to the flanks. And going to bring on Kohler for Keir for our last change. And just go for it. Last 5 minutes. Let's see if we can get something here. But we have the ball from the throw-in here. Riccioli to Prestov. It needs to be now. We have to score from this to try and save a point and keep this unbeaten run intact. Riccioli. Kohler. He needs to get a cross in there or something. Goes back to Belskis. And he goes back to the goalkeeper. We just can't get into their half. Still got 2 minutes left though. That's a long ball. And it's Bruma. And Bremen on the attack themselves now. And we haven't got enough players back. Pepe. Good save. It's up for a corner. We need to be quick. We need to get the ball off them. 30 seconds left. We've got to throw in with Kircher. Tarnat. Back to Kircher. Cross in there. And it's dealt with pretty well. And Pepe. Goes long. Roeslev. Wide on the right. Cuts inside. And yeah, we're running out of time here. Good tackle there by, I think it was Belskis. But we've run out of time. Just waiting for the full-time whistle now. This needs to be a goal now. And he's gone backwards. I don't know why. Oh, that's a... Come on. Oh, Jansen couldn't get to it. I'm disappointed because I felt like we could have won this. We had some chances. We actually had... Oh, we had less shots than them in the end. But Schossler played well in goal. We just couldn't finish them off. We just couldn't finish those chances. We had that one clear-cut chance in the first half. Second half, we didn't really do very much. But the way we started the game, I thought we were going to get something from this. So that is disappointing. Bremen did have a couple of chances, and they were much better in the second half. But we just couldn't finish them off. We just couldn't finish those chances in the final third. So a chance to break into the first half does go wasted. Let's see what that does to our position. We might be down to 12th after that. We are down to 12th. But what would a win have done for us? And if we'd have won that match, we would have been in 7th place. So that's how close it is at the moment. We would have been in 7th if we'd won that. And that is disappointing. And now we're just 2 points ahead of Bremen after that win. So we're past the halfway mark. We do need to be better than we have been in the second half of the season. There's too much to red here. There's too many losses. We need to turn some of those into draws, get some more wins. I think we're at 5 or 6 or maybe 7 wins. What is it? 7 wins, 3 draws, 8 defeats. It's very close in the middle of the table. We just need to make some improvements. And we have money in the transfer market. I'm not afraid to spend it if I have to. I'm not sure what we need. We definitely need to sort out those strikers because they're just not good enough. The strikers we signed just have not worked out. A lot of the players we signed actually have ended up not being very, very good. Karasiotis is awful. Aguilar's not turned out well. Stena Lewis has barely played. Sakai has not been brilliant. Tarnat's not been great. The signings just haven't been good. They've been good reports and the ratings have been good, like the recommendation ratings. They just haven't worked out for us. And it's too early to move them on. No one wants any of our players really, or not a lot of them. The only players wanted are Riccioli, Akashot, Tarnat, actually quite a few, but it's the players that I actually want to keep around. So the guys that I don't want, there's just no interest in them because they're not playing well. But anyway, I'm going to get through this winter break, play a few friendlies just to get our match fitness up, and we'll come back with a double live con. Frankfurt and Cologne. We'll play both of those games next episode. If there's any transfer developments, if there's a lot of developments, then I'll just make it one game to keep the video at a sensible length. But if the window's not too busy, then I'll play 2 matches next episode. And let's see if the second half is better than the first. Hopefully it will be, because something needs to change. We need to be better than this. It's still very, very tight, but I just feel like we could be higher than we are. But anyway, that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, do drop a like down below, leave comments, and if you want to see videos as and when they turn up on YouTube, do hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell to receive updates if I upload or go live, and follow me on social media so you don't miss any of my content. I will see you next episode for 2 more matches, and we'll kick off the second portion of the season, hopefully with some better results. We had a decent end to this first half with those 3 matches unbeaten. Lost to Werder, but I feel like we could have won it. Yeah, let's see if the second half's better than the first. But for now, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Goodbye.